Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another Rocket League video. Today we're going to be checking out Alpha54. We're going to be watching a ranked replay he played recently, and considering he just won the major along with his teammates, it's definitely going to be good to check out how he's playing, what he does, and how we can perhaps play like him. But before that, sponsor time. AOE allows you to buy and sell Rocket League items at great prices. Whichever platform you're on, you can find that last item to finish off your preset. Use code VMN at checkout for a discount. And I'll leave the link to AOE down in the description, so be sure to check that out. Let me just turn up audio for this. There we go. So he's following on Kickoff. He's back. He's getting pretty aggressive with his teammate here. Okay, this is a really nice play. So what he's observing here is his teammate's going to be taking it up the left side. And he actually pushed up earlier to see if he was going to get contested here. And so he was ready to get involved if need be. And then as soon as he realizes that this enemy cannot contest and he's backing off all the way back, he realizes at this moment, okay, well my teammate's going to have free reign and he's going to take the ball towards the center, like in this direction. And as a result, he's going to go over here and occupy this massive amount of space over here. And what it's going to do is he's expecting his teammate to probably take a challenge or a 50 if he doesn't make a good solo play. That's going to make the ball end up over in this direction. So we're not sure if it's going to end up in that direction, but he's expecting it to. If I'll take a guess, I imagine it will. Yep, so again, plays over to this side, and then he gets the 50 on that side. He's ready for it. So really good positioning. I see pre-jumps, try and make it easier for his teammates. Really nice mechanical thing we can talk about here. So Alpha pre-jumps to immediately shut down Ocelon's play. Because obviously from his perspective he sees Alpha's up, so he doesn't want to take it any further up towards the ceiling. And that forces him to take it down. But what Alpha's done is he's not fully committed on that ceiling play, right? Like to actually contest him. So he leaves himself, since he jumped very early, he leaves himself in a position where he can actually come straight back down after he's forced the high aerial play out of the game. So he drops back down and he doesn't get a good 50, but you know, he forces the ball and gives Radisson a very nice 50 to take. Again, following very aggressively. Love to see this. Beautiful, beautiful shadowing. This is like perfect teammate shadowing right here. He's following not underneath, but closely behind his teammate on the ground. He's ready in case something happens, which gives him an opportunity to score. And then as soon as he realizes that, again, he realizes Hyder, the opponent that's going on this, he realizes that he now has possession of the ball. And he knows he's not going to get a good 50. He knows his teammate's committed. So what's he going to do? He's going to go steal the boost. Massive impact without committing on the ball. Stays grounded. He can immediately turn, gets bumped, but that's okay, he can recover. And that boost impact is going to be huge. Okay, playing very passive here. He's going to take it across. Gonna leave it for his teammate, really good awareness. A lot of the time, I've seen this a lot in coaching sessions as well. A lot of the time people don't realise, like it's not bad for him to continue on this ball and take it up the wall and try and get like a 50. But a lot of the time people don't realise that sometimes it's better just to give up your possession if your teammate's got a better touch. So always think about that, like even if you can get a play or get a 50 or get a touch, your teammate's got a better one, just leave it. It's gonna result in a much better play overall. Okay, not gonna commit here. Oh, he is gonna commit, that's very dangerous. Dangerous play. Personally wouldn't really commit here. Maybe a bit of an oversight. Might get scored on. Almost. He has good faith in his teammate. Nice. And getting the boost to apply pressure. Okay, pretty standard stuff happening just now. They're just defending against a constant attack, eventually gets cleared. In a missed position, but should be able to recover. Almost. Unfortunate. Managed to make it back in time. Okay, doing fake kickoff. Alpha was playing good goal line defense there, but it was a really nice play from their opponents. Not really too much he can do there, to be honest. You have to wait for the flip reset to fold out before you can actually challenge, so just a really nice play overall. Great pass, nice try on the shot. Oh, nice try. Really nice bump. So right here after he's done the 50, right? The attack does not end. The pressure does not end. After you've made your touch on the ball, obviously you need to start rotating, right? You need to think about what you can do on that rotation. Now you can either steal pads, you can bump your opponent, or look for 100 boost. And right here, he's got quite a lot of boosts, so he doesn't need pads. There's not too much point in stealing them at the moment, and so goes to the bump play. Really nice, clears him out the play. Hopefully allows him to get aggressive. And even if it doesn't allow them to get aggressive, it's going to slow down the opponent's attack. You see Ocelon at the back, he's really far back. Okay, like it's hard for him to follow on his teammate just now. And that's all because Alpha bumped him previously. So it really has this knock-on effect. A beautiful roof play, very, very unfortunate. Oh, these turnings get very aggressive. This is obviously being a 2-stack, allows him to make these kind of aggressive plays, communicating with each other. Gonna touch it. Almost scored a Zen goal from the grand finals. Yeah. Ah, beautiful play. Very unfortunate. Let's take a look at this though. So this is a very important thing to note when you're attacking. And that's all the information that you can gather and what to do with it, right? So we see Alpha sees Hyder, is going back, and he sees the other opponents here. So what does he have? He has time and he has space. So he's not going to shoot the ball and try and score it quickly, because this guy is going to make it back. Instead, he's going to use the information that he has, that this guy is far back, and therefore cannot demo him quickly. And this guy is going to be able to make it back in time to save a quick shot. And the ball's obviously not in a great position to take a quick shot either. But a lot of people would probably smack this, like this, somewhere in this general area. But what Alpha does is he slows down, he takes control, he gets that goal line. So you always want to be touching the ball when you start your play towards the goal if you can, in the general area of the goal. In lines like this, like facing the goal in some direction. So he makes sure he curves around the ball into that position. You'll see him do it here. So he's obviously facing the corner, lets the ball bounce, cuts in, facing the goal, starts in your dribble play. Very easy. Really important that you do that when you're attacking. There's no need to rush attacks. Bit of a bad touch, but he should be able to recover it. It's looking for a bump, really good. Nice try. These guys are extremely good together. They really play off each other very well. Good demo. Probably going to go up for this to apply pressure. Yes, this is a really important thing to note here as well. Alpha gets the demo on the attack, like when they start transitioning into offense. And you know, this would normally be maybe like a bit of a dangerous ball to go up for. But the fact that he's demoed the second man, he knows that he can commit on this without worrying too much about a strong counter attack from his opponents. because they actually need time to recover and set up their next attack because of that demo. So what I'm noticing is Alpha actually plays demos a lot. He plays off demos a lot and bumps. He kind of adapts his playstyle based on bumps and demos on a lot of occasions. Really nice. Could be another goal. Yep. Yeah, look at him. Look at this aggression. As soon as he realizes that his teammate has space, look at this. As soon as he realizes that he's got control of the ball and nobody can contest him, instead of going back like most GCs and even low SSLs would do, a lot of SSLs would actually go back here. Like they'd go back and play around this area here. If they're better, they'll probably rotate around mid. So what Alpha does is like it's a different level. He doesn't even think about rotating. He doesn't even think about boost. He thinks, my teammate has space. He's going to set up a really strong, controlled play on the opponent's net. So instead of sitting and waiting to see if that plays out, which isn't a bad play, he's actually going to just scrap all that and he's going to go look for a demo. He tries to bump Hydra, doesn't get the bump. Afterward he turns and he goes for Ocelon. Misses that bump, and then what's he going to do? He's going to steal the boost. Yep. Massive aggression. And they get a goal because of it, right? That's amazing play. He makes both of the opponents very awkward, and even if his teammate doesn't score, he's already on the opponent's corner boost to apply even more pressure. The aggression of Vitality and all of the players on Vitality is just unmatched at the moment. They are really setting the meta shift when it comes to aggressive playstyle. Nice, following very closely, waiting for an opportunity to take a 50, there it is. Gives his teammate possession straight back. Let's take a look at shadowing. This is really nice turtle defense shadowing. So you'll actually see it's very slow. It's very small movements, so I'm going to slow it down. If we watch what he does here. On the way back, I'll put on 10%. Instead of just driving back to the goal, he does that, right? He drives back to the goal to defend, because he has to. On the way back, he makes these really small turns with his car, like really small. And it's just enough to make his opponent think that he might challenge. He starts doing it here, when he turns. He takes this wide berth all the way around, and then you'll see instead of going straight back to the goal, if we hover on this goal line, look at these turns in he's doing. Look at this turn. Turns in, and he turns back. And just that little turn, what it did is it forced him to jump. So he's actually forced his opponent to jump a little earlier than he would have liked, and therefore making this attack a lot more readable. That's going to allow him to try and make the save there. And yeah, it was a really nice game. Yeah, Alpha and the whole of Vitality are very aggressive, and I would recommend trying to put some of these aggressive tips into your own gameplay if you can, because it is really becoming the meta at this point. And if you're not playing aggressive, you're just missing out. Then we hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something, and I'll catch you in the next one.